Good morning. This is Judge Elisa Perez presiding over the 210 District Court Criminal Docket for June 29, 2023. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Marufo, would you call our next case, please?
Yes, Judge, bottom of page 7. In cause number 2019-0D0, 6766 and 2023-0D0, 2117, State of Texas versus Victor Dennis. Announcement of counsel, please.
Kent Sutton for the state.
And good morning, Judge Ruben Ortiz, on behalf of Mr. Dennis.
Good morning. Bear with me 1 second. The system is just a little bit slow, but we are set for a probation status hearing today. I'm not looking at my Zoom screen. Is Mr. Dennis here?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Was this to check on some type of restitution, Mr. Sutton? I'm assuming if you're covering, or is this some other?
Your Honor, I'm replacing the Robert Bond on this case, and there are two new cases. There appears in one case to be an individual is alleged to pay the defendant $25,500, and that is in 2023, ending in 2115. So I do have that amount as an additional restitution.
I see. I apologize. I see it. So it's two new cases, and we have the probation status hearing. So we're separate conference on the new cases. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the case summary. It's pretty brief. Just recommendation for probation is to take theft counseling again and to continue to make restitution payments. What are we doing on the new cases? So do we know yet? Is it too soon?
Your Honor, the recommendation that Mr. Bond has in there is for 10 years, probated 10 years straight, and also to adjudicate him on the probation or the revocation, to adjudicate him from deferred to straight probation.
Okay, Mr. Ortiz, did you have that offer already?
Judge, I'll be honest with you. I'm just seeing that right now, Judge.
Okay. Let me, if I can get into Odyssey, I want to check something very quickly. Carla, did you have anything to add here?
Your Honor, I just wanted to clarify something for the court. And I apologize. I was trying to look and my Odyssey got stuck while I was looking at this. But what I did find is the MTR was filed May 16, 2023. But the two new charges, the one ending in 2117, I'm looking where I saw that the offense date on that was prior to probation date.
Well, you're reading my mind, because that's exactly where I'm trying to go here, is to the indictments on these cases. So I was going to ask dates of offense.
Yeah, so that one reflects 10/21/20. And like I said, I was trying to check the MTR and it got stuck on the second page of the MTR, but that paragraph on that page does show that this offense was alleged on the MTR. I just wanted to make the state aware of that.
I think I see as to 2115, the offense date, is it June 4th, 2021? Okay.
So that one would be probation violation because he was probated. He was probated March 2021.
And there's a bench warrant out on his probation case. I see a W here. Is that what the W is?
It is not a bench warrant, Your Honor. Probation didn't request a bench warrant. It was what they did is they submitted the violation notice, and the MTR got filed with the KPS, Your Honor. Got it.
Sorry. Okay, so our timetable is, we're not looking at a trial until the end of the year, but there's an outstanding capias, Mr. Ortiz. I don't know how moved along this case, the new cases are, to be able to see if we have a resolution. If not, your client needs to turn himself in.
Well, Judge, I mean, we're here right now. I mean, we all know what we're talking about. Is there any way we can just have maybe a bond reduction hearing right now, or I don't know how you want to handle this.
Well, were there other violations, Ms. Pineda? Was he otherwise compliant with probation? I don't see a very, very long case summary.
Yes, Your Honor, I don't see any other issues reported by the probation officer summary.
But he allegedly violated, 3 months into probation, right?
That is correct.
That's not good.
He has reported, Your Honor, he did complete his step counseling class. The only thing right now that he's lacking would be the community service hours and obviously the outstanding restitution balance that we have.
Has he paid anything on the restitution?
Yes, he has. He's paid. So he paid a ton of the money up front. I don't know if you remember that, Judge.
I don't, but I see here in the case summary that at least the last payment, and if I scroll back up, I'll probably see some. Oh, is that correct? He's paid $143,000?
That's correct, Judge.
And his last payment was on May 1st, 2023. That was $1,600.
I think he's court ordered to pay, Your Honor, a significant amount on a monthly basis, if I recall correctly.
Right. It says client is to pay $1,550 a month towards restitution, but I mean, that's no small thing. I know it's what he agreed to, but it is no small thing to remain compliant in that respect. He's pending community service. We've got a new case. Mr. Sutton, what do you think about that, KPS?
Your Honor, I mean, I don't have an issue with that being withdrawn, given his appearance here today.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually good with that as well. All the cases are on track. You're hearing what the rec is, Mr. Ortiz, to adjudicate him on the new case, on old case to straight, and then place him on straight. I'm going to leave the MTR open as is to carry along with the trial track on the one not really new, but other one really new case, and see where you all end up.
Thank you so much, Judge. Appreciate you.
Mr. Ortiz, make sure that your client is aware of how to check in for court, because he will still need to be compliant with his reporting to probation and for his hearings here, okay?
I'll talk to him right now, Judge.
Thank you very much. Mr. Sutton, anything else?
No, Your Honor. May I please be excused?
You may, as may Mr. Dennis. Mr. Ortiz, I don't know if you have anything else.
I just have another case, Judge. So I'll stand by.
Okay, thank you. Who's next?
Staying with Mr. Ortiz on page 11, Judge.
Mhm.
His client is logging in. In cause number 2014-0D01785, State of Texas versus Anthony Smith. Announcement of counsel, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
And Ruben Ortiz by Mr. Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith and Ms. Lerma, I couldn't hear you if you were talking.
Monica Lerma, dog probation.
There you are. Okay, and Mr. Smith is also appearing remotely here. Let me go ahead and get an update on Mr. Smith as I'm scrolling through this case summary.
So Your Honor, I'm here for CSO Ramos. She had a family emergency, so she can't be here today. As per last hearing on April the 27th, the issues were that Mr. Smith had missed a couple of the SOTP meetings, one in February, one in March. Since then, I don't show any absences. However, he had a significant balance. He paid some of that off, but I got some new information. It may not be on the case summary because I just got it yesterday, that he has a $140 balance, and that is due to the June sessions that he attended. The balance was for previous balances, but now he has that. And I was notified also that he had been dropped from treatment for that reason.
I think that was Miss Lerma. Okay, sorry. All right, so now we have him dropped from treatment. Or is it Mr. Smith? Sorry about that. I think it was Mr. Smith. Okay. Okay, but he was attending, but he has an outstanding balance and that is the basis for him being dropped. And then on the financial end, sorry, Ms. Lerma, I think I muted you because I thought it was you with that background noise. The financial, I guess, probation was going to do a financial assessment, but that is incomplete. Is that right? Or have we completed that?
It's not complete, Your Honor, to my knowledge. My supervisor was looking over that, as a matter of fact, yesterday. So I don't think we have all of the information quite yet. I know that Mr. Smith was recently offered a position at a call center, so he may be starting that soon. That's pretty much it. I made him get a UA before court. He did that yesterday and that was clean. Just, you know, the lack of assignments that he's not doing in treatment, Your Honor. I think he went 2 months with one assignment, no assignments in June. But he
So
spent April and May on one assignment.
Mr. Ermel, help me understand. So he's attending treatment, but he's not doing the work. I'm not understanding because I hear he's attending, so that's a good thing. And the only problem is the financial angle. But now you're telling me he's not doing the, I guess, the homework or whatever it is that they're supposed to do there.
You know, sometimes, because depending on the class size, it takes them a while to get to him because each person presents an assignment. But it looks to me, based on the progress reports, that he's been working on one particular assignment in April and May and nothing else. So nothing else has been presented or completed.
Is that, does that happen? I mean, is it something that it happens when you're in that type of treatment and working on assignments? Is it maybe something unique to the assignment that, you know,
It could
you
be.
know, what I want to know is it something that it's difficult and treatment is working with him on completing the assignment, or is he blowing it off?
What I see here is that he's not completing the assignments. That's what I'm reading from the notes.
So Judge, I don't think that's quite accurate, Judge. I think that the issue, Judge, if you recall, and I'm just gonna, I don't mean to jump in, Judge, but the last time I was in this hearing, the issues, I don't know if you recall, was him not having any money. He was having issues with him being indigent, Judge. He was having issues getting a job. That's the issues really, Judge, not that he doesn't want to, you know, if the classes were for free, Judge, there'd be no issues. You know, but unfortunately, you know, some of these clients that have these type of cases, it's really hard for them to find work. You know, it's really hard for them to be employed.
I totally get that angle. What I don't know is why he's not completing his assignments for 2 months.
I don't know if that's the case, Judge.
Mr. Smith keeps raising his hand, Mr. Ortiz.
That's fine. And he can explain, you know, Judge. I have all the faith in the world. He knows how to.
Thank you.
explain
Mr.
himself.
Smith, if you'll unmute, but please, you have some background noise there.
Yes, Judge, I do apologize for that. Yes, ma'am. So I have been doing my assignments. The only issue is I've had an issue with the assignment that I'm on, and Ms. Regalato's been helping me through it. And then it's hard for me to, like you were mentioning, when we're in the treatments themselves, so many people have assignments. I know from the last time that we were there, we started off with, I believe, 3 or 4 different people presenting from the last class from last week on Tuesday that didn't get to present. And then there were still people left over this week that didn't get a chance to present as well. But I have been doing my assignments, so I'm not sure why it's showing that I'm not doing them.
So I'm going to ask a couple of things here, Ms. Lerma. Is anything there that he is saying not your experience with how treatment happens? I mean, that doesn't make sense. That would be knocked for not turning in something when I guess he's not being called on or asked to submit it. I don't know why those wouldn't be submitted anyways.
And what he said about some assignments are difficult and it takes some 1 or 2 sessions to kind of get through them. There are several people in the groups, so she goes around everybody who has an assignment to present. They present, giving everybody the opportunity, but sometimes time runs out. and she puts him at the top of the list for the following week.
And what can we do in terms of the financial? I don't know if this is a situation, I know it, and I'm not asking for probation to do this, but in other, especially when we did this review of these older cases, that probation was able to assist with either, I don't want him kicked out of treatment if he's participating in treatment and the issue is solely financial. So I want to make sure I know that the issue is solely financial, that he is getting kicked out, not for lack of participation.
I believe that is the only reason at this point, Your Honor, but can I also add that he went to go see the Spider-Man movie. And he didn't have permission to do that. That is, they need to ask for permission to do that because it's geared toward children. It is an animated movie. And the probation officer did not know, he did not mention it to her. We found out after the fact.
Are there any other issues? Any other violations?
No, I don't have any now.
So what can we do in terms of the financial issue?
We are working to see if he qualifies, Your Honor. Like I said, my supervisors, they're waiting on more information, and as soon as they get it, we will we'll find out how much subsidy he will receive.
Okay, how soon is that going to be done? I don't want him out of treatment. That's my problem.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I just got the report yesterday, so I'm gonna talk to my supervisor today and see where we're at and what else we need.
Mr. Smith, you have the responsibility to make sure when probation is extending a request to, assess your financial need, that you help them expedite that as soon as possible. So if you're the holdup, then you're the problem and you're the reason you're kicked out. I'm not insensitive to financial, that's for sure, and I'm going to order that he remain in treatment and review that. But I also want to see make sure that Mr. Smith understands when you're talking about going to an animated movie at a movie theater, that he is reminded of the conditions of the things that you can't do, Mr. Smith, or for which you have to ask permission. So I don't know what other things, he does regularly, interests he has. Maybe you all can have a conversation with him to see where things that might seem to him permissible, probation may not. So we want to make sure he's informed.
Yes, ma'am.
In terms of his progress, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with what he's doing, but I don't want him if he's blowing off, turning in assignments. I want to know that for sure. He's attending, so I'm tending not to think that. Well, just check his status in 60 days. When does he term?
He terms on January 28th of 2025.
Yeah, we still have time. Okay, so we'll come back in 60 days. Certainly, Ms. Lerma, you can let Ms. Ramos know that we don't have to wait if we have an issue. But as long as he's still attending, get your assignments turned in. I mean, there's really not a whole lot more other than the financial that I'm displeased with. I just don't want to hear any other issues, Mr. Smith. I just want you to know what you have to do and do it. And, they've made a recommendation here that if you have issues with employment, they have a referral for you to Borderplex Jobs Program to obtain employment. How many hours do you work a week?
Right now, I'm paid bi-weekly. I work part-time at a gas station. I make about $181 in a bi-weekly check.
Yeah, if you're only working part-time, I mean, you got time.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're only part-time, they've gotten on you about community service. You haven't done that. I think, you're saying you're going to do some more. I mean, you got time. I don't know, what's going on here. Get to work.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Ortiz, I'm going to do one more review in 60 days and see if we can, these last hurdles, we can overcome them with a little more attention. And hopefully I don't have to come back anymore on this.
That'd be great, Judge. We can resolve this matter.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Judge.
Ms.
Abby.
Ledma. You may, as may Mr. Smith.
And Judge and Probation Department, Ms. Ledma, if there's any issues or anything, if I could help out prior to the 60 days, please reach out to me. And I'll be more than happy to reach out to my client and get this thing moving quicker than and sooner than us having to show up to court and having the judge kind of interfere when she can be doing other things.
Great, great.
Thank
We'll-
you.
we'll do that.
Thanks,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ortiz. Thanks, Mr.
You're welcome, Judge.
Take care, guys.
That'll
Have
work.
a
That I
great
know you
Thank
do.
you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, I think he meant intervene, not interfere. Come on.
I didn't
Ruben.
even hear the word. I just appreciated the little, hey, let me help you out.
It was intervention, not interference. Oh, my God.
Ándale pues. Who's next?
Um,
Thanks.
English is my second language, Mr. Mena.
On page 4, Judge,
Uh-huh.
in cause number 2021-0D03031 and 2020-0D05479 and 2023-0D00383, State of Texas versus Ernest Gomez. Announcement of council, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Greg Anderson on behalf of Mr. Gomez, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Where's Mr. Gomez? Is he here?
Judge, that's my fault. I think my office told him to log in on Monday, which I believe he did, but that he didn't have to do it today. We are reaching out to him right now and asking him to log in, but I think we misrepresented to him that he did not have to log in today.
And he did check in, Mr. Marufo?
Correct, Judge, he did.
Okay. So we've got 2 probation cases and a new case. What are we doing on the new case?
For a rec,
Mhm.
the new case. Let me look that up. I have the status conference. Is that what you're referring to? On
Yes, 383.
yeah, that's for TDC.
Judge, if you were, my recollection on the case, I think we had this conversation maybe a month ago, was that when you issued a capias, we came to you on a bond on his probation revocations. You basically made the decision to give him jail therapy for the probation revocations. And he basically, in essence, sat in jail over the holidays and I think turned himself in to do jail time as condition of probation. And I thought in that case, we took care of the probations. And then we were just going to wait till the new case came in. And so here we are, the new case is here. Mr. Vandenberg, I think probably this is the case we should talk about, maybe look to running the new case concurrent with the probations. That's at least my hope and recommendation. I don't think he's going to be willing to plead to flat out pin time when he's currently on probation.
Do we have any motions still active on the probation cases?
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
the motion was actually just filed on 6/21/23.
Judge, I think the conversation we had with the former prosecutor at the time was that we kind of took care of the motion to revoke at that bond hearing and doing the jail therapy. I think that was a conversation we had, although obviously.
That's what it looks like to me from the case summary. So let me go back and look at that motion.
Your Honor,
Mande.
apologize to interrupt. I am trying to double check, but what Mr. Anderson is referring to back in December, the time,
Mhm.
and I'm sorry, I'm waiting for Odyssey to load up, but I believe those were his ACOP days that were ordered for his 2 different DWI probation cases.
Mhm.
And my notes from the last 2 court hearings have been one on 4/11/23. That hearing, ADA Vance was present and we were pending the assault charge, but we were waiting on Mr. Anderson to provide a non-prosecution statement. We were waiting on that. And then fast forward to the last hearing on May 23rd, of 23. That one, Ms. Lady Elizalde was on, and she stated that the MTR was pending to be filed since there was still an active assault case.
And that does refresh my memory on it. I did submit an affidavit of non-prosecution to the DA's office on several occasions, actually. I was submitted at the time of the bond hearing. The complainant actually was insistent in coming in to see me. I didn't even reach out to her before the bond hearing. She came in, I did an affidavit of non-pros, I sent it to the DA's office. We discussed that, I think, at the hearing for the bond. At the last hearing, I emailed again the affidavit of non-prosecution to the assistant DA. I don't know if she's received it or not, but I have sent it on several occasions, and I'll be more than happy to send another copy to you, Mr. Vanberg.
That would be good.
Okay,
I think the complainant stated that she actually put in the affidavit when she met with me that she felt like she exaggerated the claims. I told her she needed to be very careful about what she stated because it could result in problems for her. But she felt as though she got extremely emotional about it, probably exaggerated things to the police. And I'm pretty certain she put that in the affidavit and signed it. I'm pretty certain that's what she would state. At the last hearing, the assistant DA said, well, there's a video of it. Basically, with the video, it does not show what happened as they were walking down the stairs. But in essence, what the allegations are that is they were walking down the stairs while the complainant was basically chastising the defendant to get out of her house because they were having a spat. He turned with the goods that he had in his hands, maybe made contact with her with his elbow, or maybe didn't. But in any event, she got very emotional about it, and she thought that she exaggerated the claims when she talked to the police officer at the scene. That's her story.
Okay, I did go back up on the case summary, Carla, and I think that does conform. He did receive the 30 days, but if I'm reviewing it anew, since my memory is not great and not necessarily taking everybody at their word, I'm comfortable with that. In other words, I'm comfortable. The recommendation from probation is to modify him to BIP. That's what's on the case summary. And if I'm not mistaken, we already modified him, right? Because we had the new assault case. I'm looking at his compliance otherwise. On the monitor, I only saw a report of one window. I'm sorry, yeah, about a month's worth, right? So let me go back. We're talking about May 7th to June 7th. He had 3 skip tests, which for me, Mr. Gomez, are violations. I don't want you skipping, missing, testing positive, doing any of that stuff when you're on the monitor, because you're on for 2. You're on for 2 DWI thirds. Jasmine, are you able? You're not driving, right? Mr. Gomez?
No, ma'am.
The recommendation here is, yeah, he'd be modified to participate in BIP. He's already modified, right, Carla? I thought I saw a modification in Odyssey on
Modification, Your Honor, was
no offensive contact. I see that one. I thought I saw BIP.
I don't think we discussed the judge, but certainly some family violence counseling would probably be in order.
Okay. The most recent mod says no offensive. Okay. For my purposes, there's nothing else on the MTR other than the new offense. So I'm going to go ahead and for the probation case, modify him to participate in BIP class. Mr. Gomez, your attorney will go over with you. It's a long-term family violence class. So it goes over many weeks. It costs a little bit of money. So once you're enrolled, and he'll have for 30 days to register. Don't get kicked out because they kick you out and you have to start from scratch. I don't know what's going to happen on the AFV. But I think this case is tracking the assault family violence case, the 2023 case. You heard the rec, it's for TDC. So you all can go from there. So let's go ahead and for me, I'm going to have that motion dismissed, modified to BIP, to continue on probation, to include that new no offensive contact, and then he's to remain compliant with the monitor for sure.
Judge, I think there's two BIPs. Are you okay if, and I may be wrong about that. I think there's a shorter and a longer BIP. Are you okay at least starting with the shorter BIP, if there is such a thing?
If it's called BIP, I'm not seeing any distinction on this recommendation. If that's the shorter BIP, the longer BIP, medium BIP, he just needs to take BIP.
All right. I'll
Okay,
discuss that with him, Marilyn.
all right.
And Mr. Vandenberg, I'll send another copy of the affidavit on cross.
Good, thank you. I don't see it in our record.
How many prior family violence convictions does he have, Mr. Vandenberg?
Let's see. He has no prior convictions for assault family violence. He does have the DWIs.
Well, he has to have a prior because it's an assault family violence with a prior.
It's an ag assault with a deadly weapon he has.
Any other arrests for family violence?
No, Your Honor. Arrests. Let's see about that. I'd have to go through the rap sheet. This
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. So we'll go ahead and I need a dismissal on the motion. A dismissal on the motion, and yes, if you'll get me an order recalling the KPS, Jasmine, please. All righty.
Thank you,
Anything
Judge.
else? You got it. Thank you very much.
Well, Ms. Gomez, I'll give you a call.
Who's next?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Bottom of page 10, Judge,
Mhm.
in cause number,
You can log off.
in cause number 2021-0D0-0743 and 2020-0D0-6119, State of Texas versus Kayla Mendiola. Announcement of council, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Judge Jesus Soleos on behalf of Ms. Mendiola.
What are we doing on Miss Mendiola? She's in custody.
I spoke to her, Judge, and the jail did go and talk to her with regards to her mental issues.
Mhm.
I don't know if they reported back to you in any way, shape, or form, but in talking to her, Judge, basically she wants out. She's promised me that she will attend outpatient services with the EHN. I got every reason to believe that that will be the case. During her time, there were no dirty UAs and she was in full compliant. Once she got notice of the new case, she kind of freaked, and that kind of threw her off balance and into this issues. So I'm asking this court to go ahead and let her out and give her like one last opportunity to prove herself, and I think we'll be okay. And that's basically where we are.
Mhm. So if I remember, Miss Mendiola will go okay, right, when she's got meds, treatment, and then the problem is, like, out of the blue, she just takes off on us, and she
Yes, she
starts
reported to me.
using, and you know.
Yes. She reported to me that once she got notice about her being possibly picked up again and rearrested, she just has problems with coping skills. She freaked out and yeah, she disappeared. You're right. But prior to that, if you look at her record, she's pretty much in compliance. Probably pretty sure Mrs. Pineda can attest to that.
How many times has she gone off track while she's on probation? I remember one for sure, but I don't want to assume it's been a bunch.
I do not know, Judge, to be honest.
Let me ask Carla. Carla, how many times have we lost track of Miss Mendiola? Let me go back. How many motions have we had on?
She is muted, Judge. I can't hear you, Carla.
Oh yeah, I wasn't looking. Thanks.
I apologize. I'm trying to I want to confirm, I don't want to speak thinking of a different case.
Mhm.
I want to say that she had stopped reporting for a while, like 2 years ago. And then the MTR was dismissed. And then we let her out to report, and then she picks up these new offenses, and then again, she stopped reporting when.
The recommendation is to Kumi that probation department recommends that Ms. Mendiola's term be extended, the number of months she has absconded, and be modified to the MHI caseload. I mean, was she not already?
No, Your Honor. Because when she would be released and she would be referred to attend an appointments,
Mhm.
she wouldn't, she stopped going. So she was released from there. And at
And
one
is she-
point, she didn't qualify for the MHI. But according to this last update, if you see on the summary, there's a little confidential area there.
Yeah. I see.
And I mean, just reading that, it seems like she is going to qualify for Tacomi, which will allow her to qualify for the mental health caseload through probation.
What amount of time are we talking about extending her? She's on for 8 years.
We still have her through 2029.
I don't need to extend her. Mr. Vandenberg, do you have any input here?
No, I agree with Ms. Pineda, but the state would request a Safe P program for her.
Does Safe P address mental health, Carla? I mean, I know there's, I think fentanyl method, something that she's using, but I think the crux of her issue is the mental health angle.
What she would go under, Your Honor, would be the safety with special needs. And it would just be not necessarily to address mental health, but, to have her under special needs for medication if it's needed. But safety is mostly substance abuse counseling.
But they will address her mental health needs. If
They'll
she's,
also keep her to date with medication, but no mental health treatment.
I'm afraid that will just kind of freak her out again, Judge. And then she'll be surrounded by, I hate to classify them as such, but tougher criminals are more involved into drugs and other issues. And I think we're just exposing her to probably more pitfalls.
my concern is how easily we can lose her, even when she has treatment. You know what I mean? Even when we're looking at, and I guess we weren't looking at the mental health before, right, Carla? Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, and I apologize, but I don't think I was referring to the correct client. I don't think I see another MTR filed.
Yeah, I just see one, too. Well, Jasmine's giving me all the scoop in the chat here. She's telling me about SafeP. SafeP has a special needs program, that they have therapy sessions, but if we weren't there before, right? If we weren't there before, then I'll go with that recommendation. I hear you, Mr. Vandenberg. I was at SafeP, but we've never addressed the mental health angle while she's been on probation. So let's modify her to the MHI caseload. We already have her for a good chunk of time. So what other recommendations were there? I mean, is modifying to MHI caseload sufficient to address that? Just means green light to address any mental health concerns and any treatment that comes from that?
Yes, Your Honor, that would just be for her to be participating and ensuring that she participates.
Part of the issues, Mr. Olivas, I think, and I gotta remember, I don't know if her home, if she's stable, like if she has a place to live, all of those things I think are outstanding. Was she with parents, Carla? Do you remember? Or Mr. Olivas, go ahead.
From what I gathered, Judge, she does have family support from her mom and whatnot, but then her mental health issues prop up, and the family is not really educated enough or prepared enough to be able to cope with her issues. So they really are at a loss when she
starts to go off track. Okay, so before we do that, I want to get either, I guess it's through probation, we need to have a plan. We need to know where she's going to live. I want to know what her appointments are going to be. I want to make sure they know what meds, what counseling, all of those things. I want to know. The primary thing I'm concerned about is she going to have a place where she's stable?
Yeah, as long as she's taking her meds, she's doing good and she's more than welcome from to the homeless, from what I understand.
I want probation to confirm that, please. I want probation to reach out to, if she was staying with parents before, reach out to the family. Want to make sure we have her somewhere where it is understood she's going to be going through a regimen of treatment to address the mental health needs now, but that she's somewhere stable. I'm not, if she doesn't, you know, we're talking about something like opportunity center or something like that. I don't know. Okay.
Your Honor, may I throw something?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Mr. Olivas
Gonna get mad at you.
talked about this in the past, but I know I have some kind of notation where I believe one of the last hearings, we were trying to see what about SafeP or BHRTC. Mr. Olivas, did you get to talk to Ms. Mendiola if she's willing to participate in any? I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe a safer plan. She does have that substance abuse, which was, you know, noted through the counselor that saw her at the jail.
But I thought BHRTC didn't attend to the mental health angle.
They won't, Your Honor. It's mostly treatment. I guess my angle of what I was trying to say is BHRTC, since she's still in custody, she's obviously to stay clean, to help her. She's on medication right now. Once she gets released from BHRTC, she participates in outpatient. But at the same time, once she's done with outpatient, she can be modified to the mental health caseload.
Well, to answer your question and talking to her, because she's been on her meds, she feels that she's at the point when she could handle it and get back on track. And unfortunately, I know there's some concerns with regards to how long she'll be able to do that. But sorry, to answer your question, she feels that she can go back and handle it.
Okay. And if I may, Your Honor, Mr. Olivas, if you can, I don't know if you can email me or I can email you so that you can get with her assigned probation officer. I know there's no contact since she had stopped reporting. I don't see that there's any contact, and Your Honor is asking for a plan of an address and stuff, and it doesn't seem like probation has any of that information or who to contact her family regarding this.
What is your email address, Carla?
I'll put it on the, let me put it on the chat, okay?
Okay.
Let's go ahead and have her screened for BHRTC as well. Just to know and not have to wait.
Okay.
We're going to come back in 30 days.
Yes, ma'am. May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for your
guys. Have a good-
efforts. Thank you, Carla. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Jasmine. Who's next? Oh, okay. Who's next? What's Mr. Mena waiting on? He's been here for a minute.
I don't have him on.
Judge, good morning.
Morning.
Judge, I have Carlos Gallegos, who's here present. But I believe that case is up on appeal, and I think Felix
Right. I
Valenzuela is
had a
handling that for
question.
him.
Yeah, and I see Mr. Valenzuela here, and now I see Mr. Gallegos. What were we set for? I'm sorry. Admittedly, I think it was like 6:30 last night when I saw this on the docket, and I don't know, I had a whole much more steam in the tank or whatever you want to call it to question why he was on the docket.
It's just a status, Judge.
Okay, well, it's on appeal. So we took care of the bond. I think when we were in trial, that's kind of cloudy too, but it's on appeal, right? So.
Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
So can I be excused?
Absolutely, Mr. Mena.
Okay. It's always good talking to you, Felix. Mr. Gallegos,
Thank you, Mr.
Judge,
Mena.
good seeing you all. Bye-bye.
Carla, I'll tell you, I haven't seen, was there some kind of summary or something that the probation wanted to bring to our attention? Let me go back.
Sorry, Judge, I was muted. No, Your Honor. Okay, so according to the summary, Mr. Gallegos is still doing his ACOP days that were ordered. So he continues to do as is, although it's on appeal?
Well,
No.
I didn't get any, and I'm speaking just from memory, and so I shouldn't do that. I should go and see if there was, I didn't see anything staying the proceedings here. And so I just recall seeing the notice of appeal, Mr. Valenzuela.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may,
Yes.
because it's on appeal, the conviction is technically not final. And because it's not final, we don't believe that he should have to serve ACOP or any of the conditions until it is final.
Okay, well, I mean, he's been turning himself in through, it says here, June 12th. Was probation inquiring about that before? Because other than having this status, is that why we have the status today? I'm not understanding.
Right. So my client was just in abundance of caution, still trying to report just so he doesn't run afoul of anything. But I told him that because it's not finalized, the conditions of the conviction are not applicable to him until it's finalized. The minute I saw the notice of appeal, I assumed everything was abated, stopped. The fact that I'm looking right here and the bond, I know that was one thing that we just, had to take care of. But I didn't know that Mr. Gallegos was continuing to do anything on probation. So yeah, you don't have to do anymore. And now you have 39 days of your ACOP completed out of 60. So thank you, Judge.
Let me see. Let me go back to Odyssey because I was going off.
I don't know that that's true for these things, that the appeal abates the order of the court. I'm going to look that up and I'll get back to that if that's not true.
Okay, Mr. Vandenberg. I'm going to go ahead and set this. Let me see. Sorry, Odyssey is just not friendly. But here it goes. For a status hearing in 6 months.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Judge, if I may, this is Ed Gredas for the probation department. If we're speaking on Mr. Gallegos, is he, I guess he's not going to be reporting anymore since he's doing his appeal and so forth.
I'm comfortable with that. If the state wants to file something and tell me why he should be, then we can hear that and talk about it then. For my purposes, no.
Okay.
Thank you.
We did have conditions, right? We did have conditions on his bond, right? So he still has to be compliant with his bond conditions. Okay.
That's correct, Judge.
All righty.
Thank you. May we be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you, Mr. Eras.
Yeah. Yes.
Mr. Gallegos, you can log off now.
Take care.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Bottom of page 11, Judge. In cause number 2021-0D02680, State of Texas versus Leroy Ayala. Announcement of council, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Mr. Aronson, if you're announcing, I need you to unmute.
Just muted, sir.
Is he frozen?
No,
Oh.
he's moving.
Can't hear you, Mr. Aronson. There you go.
He muted again.
Turned it off and on.
You're muted again, Mr. Aronson.
Sorry about that. Was I not muted when I got on the phone a second ago?
I haven't heard you until these words that you're just saying.
Good. Okay.
All right, so Mr. Aronson is here on behalf of Mr. Ayala. I believe there's a Leroy's iPhone. Is that Mr. Ayala? We are scheduled for that's your client, Mr. Aronson?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. We have
Okay.
already submitted a waiver.
We're also set for a review hearing today. Has the state looked at this case?
Yes, Your Honor. 2680. I have looked at this case.
Is there a recommendation?
Yes, the rec is 5 TDC, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Aronson, so your client is aware on these DWI cases, it's standard for me to review the bond on the DWI for conditions. It does not appear in Jasmine, if you can confirm this for me, it does not appear that he has any type of PR components on his bond. Is that right?
Don't know, Judge. I'm not sure. We can ask him if you'd like. I know that several weeks ago or several months ago when he hired me several weeks ago, I don't believe that he was, but
So this is what I saw yesterday, and I'm asking our clerk, Ms. Welch, to look at this. When it was indicted, the grand jury put a $10,000 bond. However, it looks to me like he was picked up in some other county, and a $1,500 bond was at his bond. That's what I was looking at late yesterday.
Judge, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm looking at my notes. I don't have anything about that, but that may be true.
Please correct me, Ms. Welch, if I'm wrong, but I think I saw that he is on a straight cash surety bond of $1,500. And I believe.
Sorry, Judge, I'm looking at the capias. It says the amount of bail fixed by the court in this case is 10,000 cash or surety plus 10,000 personal recognizance conditions as follows. Personal PR fee, $10 per month. Defendant may not operate any motor vehicle unless his driver's license is in effect. The device shall be installed on appropriate motor vehicles before the 14th
Jasmine,
day.
can you send that to me, please? So are you telling me his bond is 20,000 split 10 and 10?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Can you tell me also what, let me go back. Let me go back. So on March 16th, right? March 16th, there is a bond order that says out of county.
Is that under his jailings, Judge, or is it on the case on Odyssey?
It's just on the events.
If you like, I can send you the document, but I'm not quite familiar with their paperwork. But let me go ahead and send it to you, Judge.
Well, I'm looking at this, the March 16, 2023 out of county bond, and it says Ayala Leroy, $1,500 on case number 2021 0D 02680.
Yes, I see that too.
Give me a second. Let me go to what this sent me.
It looks like it was a misdemeanor.
Oh, that's another case. It's not, but it says our case, right?
Yeah, it does.
Were you picked up in another county? Was he picked up in another county, Mr. Aronson?
Mr. Ayala, were you picked up somewhere else? You're muted. We can't hear you. You have to unmute your phone or computer, please.
Is that, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I live in Odessa, Texas, sir, and yes, I was picked up here in Odessa.
And what was your
Texas.
bond?
I believe I paid, if I'm not mistaken, Your Honor, I paid, I think 15. It was 10,000, something like that.
You paid 1,500?
Yes, 1,500 or 1,000, yeah, something like that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm because I was confused as to what the bond amount was and whether there were conditions. I see the conditions that I don't think we usually have the conditions on the capias. But so, you know, he is currently, do we have a PR report on Mr. Ayala? Somebody get me PR so I can get a PR report on Mr. Ayala.
Yes, ma'am.
Does he have a monitor? Does he have an alcohol monitor?
Mr. Ayala, are you using any alcohol detection device? We can't hear you again. You're muted, I think.
Okay, I'm sorry, it's because it's saying that hostess is muting me. No, sir, I was never aware of this. Like I said, when that happened, I never received anything, any courts, anything. So I'm not in I have no ignition lock of any sorts.
All right. so it's a good thing we're having a review hearing today because there are, right, Jasmine, but it's not straight surety. I see it here on the order on the KPS that it's 10,000 cash or surety plus 10,000 PR bond condition as follows. The conditions are that you may not operate a motor vehicle unless you have an alcohol monitor attached to that vehicle. These are the conditions that are on the KPS, and it's to be installed within 14 days after he is released on bond. So this was unusual, Mr. Aronson, for me to see this kind of piecemealed like this. Initially, when we have a review hearing, which is standard for me on the DWI thirds, there's the PR bond order, right? And it's usually coming from the jail magistrate, and it's pretty clear. And those conditions differ from the conditions that I have on my DWI third defendants. So we'll do a review. I'll review a monitor report, things of that nature. It sounds to me like he may not even be on PR's radar. So we are going to do this. As I'm seeing the bond, it's going to remain the same. In other words, what you paid Mr. Ayala, that's all good to go. It's a $20,000 split bond, 10,000 cash surety, 20,000 PR. I mean, 10,000 PR. My conditions are as follows. You may not operate. Do you have a valid driver's license, Mr. Ayala?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You have valid insurance?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I show this to be, is this our, I have 3 prior DWI, so this is our 4th. He has a 3rd already out of the 41st.
Let me confirm.
I don't know, Your Honor, I haven't, I just got hired like about 2.5 weeks ago, so I haven't had a chance to go through all this thoroughly.
He has 1, 2, 3. This would be the 4th, Your Honor.
Right. Okay. So I don't, Mr. Aronson, Mr. Ayala, I don't want you to think I'm picking on you, period. I do not allow my DWI third to operate a motor vehicle, period. And that is going to be the order because you do not have a monitor. That is where I start. I don't know if you have a need to drive. If you do, then you need to communicate that with your attorney and we will review that. And Mr. Aronson, as long as he has a valid driver's license and explains to me why he needs to be driving, I'm going to consider that, but he cannot drive. Like right now, Mr. Ayala, you may not operate a motor vehicle, irrespective of whether you have a valid driver's license or not, because we have no monitor. I'm not saying it's your fault that, you know, I don't know what got given to you or not in terms of what the conditions were, but yes, I'm going to assume it wasn't your fault. However, I am not going to have you operate in a motor vehicle when you're on your alleged 4th DWI and not have a monitor. So what that tells you all is get on getting that portable monitor. It's not a monitor on your vehicle. It's a portable monitoring unit. PR is very well aware of the unit that I use. It has GPS capability and camera capability. As soon as you get that, Mr. Ayala, and I'm gonna tell you what the other conditions are, Mr. Aronson, feel free to come back to the court and say, Judge, he's got the monitor and we want to ask the court's permission. He's got valid driver's license, valid insurance that PR is going to verify, and we'll address his ability to drive. Okay?
Judge, yeah, Judge, I have a question when you're done.
Yes, sir. No, go ahead.
So I want to make sure I understand the court's instructions. So does the court want him to get ignition interlock?
No, it's a portable monitoring unit. It's not something on the vehicle. It's something that he's going to keep on his person, and he will have windows to test.
Is he going to be able to do that without a court order or some direction from the probation department?
Not probation. It's going to be PR, and I'm going to have a bond order that tells them that that's what he's supposed to do.
Will I be receiving a copy of that, Your Honor?
It will be filed as part of the case. Once it gets filed, obviously it's there, but you can inquire with Ms. Hernandez to send it to you.
Okay, and Judge, was it my understanding that the court said that once he has a valid license, insurance, and an ignition interlock, the court may consider him driving?
It's not an ignition interlock. It's a portable monitoring unit. And once he does that, because here on the original order, they said he has to do it within 14 days. What I'm telling you is I'm not going to allow him to drive until I see that he's got a monitor and valid insurance and driver's license. As soon as he does that, if Mr. Ayala turns around in the next 2 days and gets that portable monitoring unit immediately, Mr. Aronson, contact the court and I will readdress the condition that does not allow him to drive. I know this is coming out of, probably left field. It's standard for this court, but it's, not everybody knows.
We understand, Judge.
Mr. Ayala, he lives outside of El Paso County?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in Odessa, Texas.
Okay. So I will not have a restriction that he remain in El Paso County, but I will require that he maintain current contact information with PR. He is to report to the PR bond office once a month. I believe they have remote capabilities. I don't have an issue with him reporting by phone, or they have something new, Mr. Aronson. I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what it is. It's some kind of app. I don't know that it's available to everybody, but if it's a remote report, that's fine by me if he's living somewhere else. He's going to have a curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. unless he is working or going to school. He may not drink alcohol, use illegal drugs. He's subject to testing. Let me see what else. What am I missing? May not operate a motor vehicle. Again, like I said, we can come back to that, but the urgency is on the monitor. Clearly, with this type of allegation, that is the court's concern, is that we don't have him operating any type of motor vehicle while he's intoxicated. He's going to do this 4 times a day, Ms. Welch. Mr. Ayala, I would encourage you to get on that. There have been times post-COVID where these providers aren't always, sometimes they have, supply issues on these. I don't know if it would be the situation over where you are in Odessa, but the sooner you get that done, the sooner I will consider allowing you to drive.
Yes, ma'am. I just have May I ask a question, please?
Yes, sir.
Can I get it here in Odessa, or does it have to be off of El Paso?
I would refer you to the PR bond office to see. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to get it in Odessa. Okay. Because these companies operate not just in El Paso. So I think there's Smart Start, Lifesaver. In fact, there's one provider they don't use anymore. But Mr. Aronson, if you can contact PR Bond, maybe his sister client, to find out what providers he may be able to find when they're in his area, and they could certainly, a lot of times PR and the provider companies, they talk to each other. So once you get it, they can confirm with the company that you've received it, and that's what can be reported to the court. Okay.
One more question. So,
sure.
One more
Go ahead.
question. Yeah, Judge, I just want to know, so he's not going to be able to get a monitor until he gets a copy of the PR order. Is that accurate?
Right. And as soon as we finish talking, I'm sure the clerk is going to send it to me. I'll sign it. It'll get filed electronically. Okay.
That was my next question. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Aronson, if you wanted, email, put your email in the chat, and Mr. Hernandez can look at that and send it to you, or Ms. Welch.
Yes, or I can contact your clerk. What is your clerk's name?
Ms. Welch, Jasmine Welch.
Justin Welch?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Okay, I'll send her an email as soon as we're done, so she'll have mine and she can give me a copy of that. Mr. Vandenberg, will I be dealing with you or Ms. Elizalde on recommendations?
With me.
With you, okay. I'll shoot you an email later. Thank you very much. Your Honor, will that be for us?
That's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the court.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you,
Judge, something came up for me. It's Daniel, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I got to run, but I'm withdrawing my motion anyway. I'm set for a motion to withdraw.
Okay.
But we worked it out.
Okay. So 2022-0D05791, State of Texas versus Nolan Montellano. Mr. Avelar is here on behalf of Mr. Montellano, has indicated he is withdrawing his motion to withdraw.
Correct.
All right. So we'll go to our next setting.
Thanks so much. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Avelar. I saw Ms. Warwick here as well, and I want to get to her case because I know that it was something about this afternoon and she had some scheduling issues. I feel like today is going really slow.
Good morning, Judge. I'm not the one with the scheduling issues. It's the state, but I'm here and ready to go.
He is correct.
Let's call it, please.
In cause number 2022-0D01706, the State of Texas versus Richard Alexander Dominguez. Announcement on council, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Melissa Warwick on behalf of Mr. Dominguez. He is not present on Zoom, Judge.
We were originally scheduled today, I think, and honestly, my head is kind of mush right now. So we were scheduled this afternoon. I think there was some type of request to reset something.
Yes, right.
I saw another email from Ms. Warwick saying, well, I thought one was reset, the other was not. And so I just kind of said, come in the morning and tell me what's going on.
The state is requesting that the outcry hearing should stay the same this afternoon, but it's really the Daubert hearing with the state's witness. The state's witness is unavailable this afternoon, cannot make it. So we requested a reset of that for next week. It can work next Monday on the 3rd from 11 a.m. on, and on Thursday from 10 till 2, I believe, according to Ms. Warwick's schedule.
Okay, so next week does not work for the court, so we got to look at the following week.
Okay.
Your Honor, the following week, I have a vacation certificate on file, the 10th through the 15th.
Well, we're set for a final hearing plea deadline on July 18th. We can do it on the 17th. We can do it on the 20th.
I don't know if Mr. Vandenberg has spoken with his witness to know if she's available on those dates.
It probably is, as I understand it.
So
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Why don't you all confer on the reset for that week and let the court know what dates your witness is available, and I will look at the court's calendar and find out if we're available. Because I said the 20th, and now I'm trying to make sure we don't have any trials set that day. We don't. So the 20th is really good.
Okay.
I say really good. We have a trial on the 13th and 14th, so maybe that Monday is not going to be great. So let's try and do the 20th.
Okay.
I will confer with Mr. Vandenberg, Your Honor, and I just want to confirm we can still go forward with our hearing this afternoon.
Correct. And that might have been my mistake. When I saw something being continued, I put it all in one basket. That's fine. You guys are still set for 1:30.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge. We'll see the court then. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Who's next?
Bottom of page 15, Judge. In cause number 2023-0D02635, State of Texas versus Antonio Roberto Machorro. Announcement of council, please.
Laura King for the state. Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mario Ortiz Aroldi on behalf of Mr. Machuro.
Okay, and I believe, is that your client there also appearing remotely? Excuse me. We're set for an arraignment and review hearing.
That's correct.
Okay, 1 second. Messages. Okay. So in terms of the review, let me just check the bond order very quickly. He's on 110,000 split DWI. Yeah, okay. So for my purposes, again, it's going to be Mr. Saroldi, the conditions on the bond. Let me ask, does he have any prior DWIs?
He has no priors, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
No criminal history.
Okay. So does he have a valid driver's license?
It may be suspended right now, Judge. He is not driving. I know that for a fact.
All right. For now, that is going to be a change in his bond conditions. So JMAG uses this kind of standard form. I do not. He's going to be subject to testing, reporting to PR once a month, may not use any illegal drug or alcohol. He may not operate a motor vehicle, and he is to acquire. Does he already have a monitor, Mr. Saroldi?
Yes, Judge.
And so that's the portable monitor, I would imagine. So that's the order. So that's not an issue as long as it's a portable monitor. Maintain current contact information, no new offenses. Is he in school going to, does he work?
He does both, Judge. He's enrolled at UTEP and he's also employed.
Okay, so I'm not going to impose a curfew. No illegal drug or alcohol, subject to testing. Those are the only, are there any other conditions, Ms. King, that you're thinking of?
No, Your Honor, we are still waiting for DPS to send us the toxicology results.
Any reason to leave El Paso County, Mr. Saroldi?
Judge, he does have family. He's originally from Denton, Texas. His parents reside in Denton, Texas. So for the purposes of travel to visit family, I mean, that would be a reason why he would be traveling, Judge.
I'm not going to restrict him to El Paso County, but he must maintain current contact and all that information with PR bond, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Machoro, I'm sure your attorney has explained to you how to report not only to PR, but to the court for your hearings. We do pretty much everything by Zoom unless your attorney requests differently or someone else requests differently, we do them in person. Please do not go afoul of the PR bond conditions, okay? Mr. Saroldi, we'll get the new order out and then we'll just go to the next setting. Ms. King, did you have anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you for your time. You all are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Who's next?
Oh,
Middle of page 10, Judge.
Monday?
I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honor. I had one set, I don't know if it's still on your docket. It was an arraignment, but they asked me to check in, but not my client, on Mr. Yanez. It's the other one I had set this morning. I don't know if I actually need to check in with you. It's not a DWI.
Probably not with me, but let's take you off the list. Who is it?
The gentleman's name is Eric Yanez.
Oh,
Page 17, Judge, but I show Kristen Romero as well.
I subbed out court-appointed counsel, Judge.
okay. Let me see. Did we get that? All right, Mr. Vandenberg, are you there?
I am here. I think this is a BPU case, though, Your Honor. And this is Yanez, 2023 DO.
Oh, yeah. Did we have, I mean, if it's set for arraignment, did we get your waiver in, Mr. Saroldi? Yes?
Yes, Judge.
Are we expecting anyone from BPU or do you have any instruction, Mr. Vandenberg? Because if it's an arraignment, I just assume go to the next setting.
As far as I know, it's BPU, and I'll confirm that.
Okay. You're good to go, Mr. Ortiz. Thank you very much.
Judge. Take care.
Who's next?
Middle of page 10, Judge. In cause number 2019-0D0-6836, Victor Manuel Greco, State of Texas versus Victor Manuel Greco. Announcement of counsel, please.
Hello? Can you hear? Yeah, I lost contact. Could you repeat the case number, please?
In cause number 2019-0D0-6836, State of Texas versus Victor Manuel Greco. Announcement of counsel, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Mr. Griego.
And Mr. Griego is appearing remotely as well. Let me see, we're set for a probation status hearing today. Carla, is Mr. Edos?
Yes, Judge. Good morning, Edgar Edos with the probation department.
Do you have an update on Mr. Griego? Why is this name familiar?
Yes, Judge. So initially there was a motion to adjudicate guilt filed on Mr. Griego that was never really resolved. The very first one was filed back on October 18 of 2021. And it was amended to include a few things during the course of last year. Mr. Griego was picked up on two different instances, one on April the 14th and the other one on August the 17th for alien smuggling, crossing over people illegally. He was detained, I guess, on the federal level there, and he pled out to 3 years of federal probation back in November 22nd, I believe. As part of his sentence, he had to do so much time in jail, and he was released from custody back on May the 18th last month. I just spoke to Mr. Griego last week. I had given him an appointment to go ahead and report to our office. However, when he showed up to our office, the counselor, I guess there was some miscommunication there. And she ended up taking him and doing an assessment for the alcohol and drug counseling. So I never got a chance to talk to him as I ended up going over there with her. She did accept them into the program itself. Now, I spoke to Mr. Griego 2 days ago, and I sent him the link for the court setting. The motion adjudicate is still pending. The very latest one that was filed was back on April 21st of 2022. And that one only included the very first arrest. When I spoke to Mr. Griego last week, I did tell him to go in for a drug test, and he did go and he tested negative. 2 days ago, when I finally got a chance to talk to Mr. Griego, I asked him, I said, since you got out of, bless you, since you got out of court on May the 18th, why is it that, you didn't bother to check in with, myself or this department? Mr. Griego did tell me that, his mom passed away on the 25th. And in essence, he's been in mourning ever since then. But he is reporting, 2 days ago, he did report, and I believe I gave him an appointment for July. And I did instruct them to go ahead and show up for this hearing. So we still have that motion pending based on one of the new charges that he had picked up. And I believe on that motion itself, it also indicates, I guess, failure to pay fees, yes. Failure to pay fees, and then whatever was listed on the initial first two motions that were filed.
All right. This is the one I kind of stumbled on and looking for, I think, something else. Your last report had indicated he was due to be released. And when I saw that release date, it was actually like 3 or 4 days after. And I said, oh, well, let's find out. Okay, Mr. Huffman, what do you have? You're muted. Today's mute day.
Judge, I have not had contact with Mr. Griego, and I think I've got a bad phone number for him. We're obviously hoping, Judge, that the court keeps him on deferred and lets him finish off the probation.
The recommendation is to transfer him to the TAP caseload. He qualifies for TAP SLP treatment. For my purposes, unless I'm hearing something differently, Mr. Eras, the case for which we, kind of put the MTR into motion has been handled, right?
Yes, Judge. That is correct. In essence, it's been handled because he is not only on regular probation here with the state, he is on probation on the federal level.
Mr. Griego, what I'm going to do at this point is we were keeping track of your case. I am going to do what probation is recommending, which is to basically kind of start you from scratch, but I don't need to extend him because he's on for 8 years. He's on for 8 years, right? He doesn't term with us until like 2028, something like that.
Yes, Judge. He does have plenty of time left. And as far as the TAP program, when I spoke to him the other day, he did mention that he's doing alcohol and drug counseling through federal probation. So I was thinking, we'll just give him credit for that. I mean, I'll just go ahead and I'll keep in contact with that counselor over on their end to make sure he's attending and all that, if that would be fine with the court.
That is, basically, Mr. Griego, I feel like we're starting from a new place and you're in a different place now. Whatever difficulties you think you're having, I just implore you to work with probation to see how they can help you. I know it doesn't feel like it's help, like it's punishment, right? But I don't, life circumstances change and the court is willing to work with you. It's a long time. So Mr. Eras, as long as, you have him, whoever he goes to, if we see some really good progress here, I'm not even looking in terms of, I haven't seen, what I mean is in terms of his prior history, is it an extensive history? Why would he get 8 years on an evading with a vehicle? Was there another?
I haven't checked his background, Judge, lately.
What I mean to say is if we start on for a significant amount of time on and have good results and he does not, fall off track, on deferred, right?
He's on deferred, yes, Judge.
Yeah. I'd entertain any kind of recommendation from probation, but let's get him started first, okay? let's get him started and see how he does. Okay, and then dismiss that MTR. So if you'll send me a dismissal, Mr. Vandenberg.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
May I
And
have a seat, Judge?
you may, and I don't need to come back unless I hear from you, Mr. Edas, if we're having any issues, okay? Good
Yes,
luck to
Judge,
you.
thank you.
Good luck to you, Mr. Grego. Is he speaking? All right. Mr. Hoffman, sorry, I didn't ask if you had anything. See you later. All right,
No,
next, do you have any more?
Yes, yes, Judge, one more. Page 8, in cause number 2020-0D04283 and 2023-0D02308, State of Texas versus Christopher Jesus Lozano. Announcement of council, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Mr. Lozano.
So let me just ask, did he check in?
Judge, he's actually in jail. He was
in jail now?
a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so do we have a number?
Well, kind of, Judge. He does have a newly indicted case. It's a case that allegedly occurred before he got put on probation. But it's been, it just got indicted. So we have to figure that out. But we're hoping we got 6 months. Judge. We're hoping that the court would consider the minimum.
Mr. Lozano, isn't he, I'm going to Houston, no, I'm gonna stay here, no, I'm gonna go here, never complies with anything and just.
That's him, Your Honor.
Yeah, no.
The newer case is, all his cases are burglaries of buildings. He has
Where is it? Oh my. Yeah, when is his new case set for trial? Well, he is in jail.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, it's set for December.
Okay.
Is that the P file 6613, Your Honor?
No, 2023-0D02308. Is there another case coming?
Yes, there's one here, which is a P file, burglary of a building, 2023 06613. P file.
All right, what's the offense date on that? Do you have that?
Let me see.
Is it 4/5/2000 or 2000?
I don't see any new.
415.
Or 4/15? I think that's the same one.
Yeah, I don't see any new cases other than the one that we have here, but I'm hearing it's predates this case, but it was indicted late. Yeah, so let's look at a number. 660.
As for a rec number, Your Honor, state was unaware about this new case.
It's not new.
It's not new. I mean, it's a 2023. It's already gone past arraignment, so you all should have conferenced it already. Arraignment was May 25th.
On which case?
On Christopher Jesus Lozano, cause number 2023-0D02308.
Yes, we have that.
That's a burglary of building. The arraignment was back on May 25th. Our 28, we won't be back until August on 2801s. I don't know. Is there restitution? Was there restitution in any of these cases?
With the 2308, we would require restitution of about $7,200.
Oh.
In that one, he stole a number of televisions from a business. I think it was in Socorro.
Was there restitution on the probation case, Carla? Let me go back and see.
Yes, Your Honor, there is.
Okay. Well, he's not paying that. So how much? Let me see.
There's an outstanding balance, Your Honor, right now.
3290.
290.
So he paid 700. When did he pay that? All right. Bueno, we're going to the next setting. Carry the probation case. I was going to say time. That's a lot of restitution. So does he have the means? He didn't have the means to pay no restitution, Mr. Huffman.
No, ma'am. I'll reach out to his father and his mother.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't give him the Zoom ID, please. I'm at 15 months on both cases.
Okay. And then maybe if he pays the restitution, We can do
If that comes in with what?
maybe-
30, $10,000, $11,000?
No.
Yeah. Odd, huh?
Uh,
Ándale, pues. We'll just carry the case, Mr. Huffman. Tell him he wants to do time. He's already in. He's been in before. He's in a lot. Sounds like it's where he wants to be.
I'll talk to him.
Ándale, pues. Who's next?
Judge, on page 13,
Mhm.
on Blanco, Jose Blanco, does not have an attorney, Judge, and he's here.
Okay, let's bring him in. Let's see.
Mr. Blanco, could you unmute and turn on your camera, please?
Mr. Blanco, this is Judge. Can you say your name and date of birth, please?
Jose Javier Blanco, date of birth is 12/03/1996.
Mr. Blanco, we have you scheduled for your arraignment today. In looking at your case, don't tell me anything about the facts of the case. You don't have an attorney. Have you hired an attorney?
No, ma'am, I was barely gonna get to working on that to get one of the free attorneys.
So you're trying to apply for a court-appointed attorney, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
When you applied back on October 18th, well, can we get somebody in here to do another application on him? Because his application was from October, it looks like, of 2022. And back then you didn't qualify.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and have him screened. Can we get somebody to come in and screen him?
I will call them, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Blanco, we're gonna put you back in the waiting room. Do not leave. As soon as we get someone here to take your application, we'll see if you qualify. If you do, I'll go ahead and appoint you an attorney, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right.